we had a lip sync dance in our school.
Did you really?
Hilarious. And there's footage of it online, and it is fucking devastating. I'm so glad oh god, it gives me so much anxiety.
Wait, if you guys doing a lip-syncing?
Not me. But this was back when like Nelly was cool.
Okay.
So people are wearing like jerseys with like one sleeve up.
Oh my god.
And like fucking headbands.
In Mechanicsburg,
and baggy
people were doing
jean
this?
shorts. This is at Trinity High School.
Oh my god.
So there's a lip sync dance where all the cool kids come out and sing like Jagged Edge. It's a bunch of white kids trying to act black. It's hilarious. But then there's I'll never forget. It was one of the funniest shit I've ever seen. These two fucking weirdos came out that always were like, they were the weirdest kids in school.
Yeah.
Like school shooter level fucking
Yeah,
weird. Except they were
yeah.
like goth fat chicks.
Oh
There's
shit.
like two goth fat chicks came
There's
out.
like a couple of
and
nerd Lara Crofts, dude.
For real, they came out and sang Evanescence.
Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Oh my god. Were they
So-
lip syncing this?
Yeah, they were lip syncing, full lip sync, and the audio was a little low, so it was like the whole school is watching them, and there was no choreography at all. They were just like, "Oh man,
Wake me up.
I can't wake up."
But the music was low enough.
Yeah, it was low enough you could hear them like breathing while they were trying to dance.
Oh my god.
Would you
And
let
then-
your kid do that if they were?
Fuck
I would
no.
not let my kid
Fuck
do that.
no, but
I'd be
that's
like,
if you're a goth,
I
obviously
would
there's
let
not a lot of parenting going on in
I
the
would
first
do
place.
if I had a kid and they're like, I'm gonna do this for a talent show, I'd be like, do it. I would fucking be sitting there like
Fucking rock on, dude. That's sick. That song rocks.
I'd be laughing so I would just be waiting till you're old and be like, dude, I would never say anything about it and just be like, psh, pop it on the TV and be like, that's you.
then to follow them, so they sang Evanescence. And they were
must have
like,
crushed.
they were so fucking mean, dude. Everyone was dying laughing. It was the meanest shit in the world.
Dude, that's when people like
Yeah.
you don't realize how fucked up people come up. Like you know what I mean? Like
People are like, I don't understand Columbine. I'm like,
I was
I saw that
That's
develop.
so brutal for them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
actually tried to be themselves, and
Yeah.
everybody
But
was
it's-
like, "Boo! This is
stink."
hilarious. They suck."
it's one thing to make it through grade school. Like again, I'm with Shane. I was pretty fucking cool in grade school. I was more
I don't know
doing.
if you were that cool, but yeah.
I was doing out the bullying.
Yes,
I was,
hell yeah.
and like
You're a bully.
When people bullied me, like the older kids, it was still kind of like
Yeah, it was like your younger brother.
Like one time,
Yes.
the older kids who were like, I was like I think in 6th grade, the 8th graders would like come out and beat us up and like bully us, but they still would like the one time this one guy, cool as fuck, Adam Brock.
What up, Adam? Shout out Adam Brock.
He like pointed out this nerd in their class, and he enlisted me and my cousin to beat up an older nerd. So like we got in a fight over just being like, yo, we'll fuck this guy up. Fuck
Yeah,
him, dude.
I did that.
Dude,
I got in trouble.
When you're like when you're in the recess yard, you're in the fucking ranks, dude, and you're like beating up nerds and shit. You make it through that life. You're the victor in that phase of your life.
yeah.
But when you catch like heavy like peer trauma and like 6th grade, like when you do a performance and the whole school laughs at you, I can't imagine how bad that fucks you up for later in life. Because like you didn't even like I got mostly flattened by life like in the last like 4 years or so. But like I made it through a lot of years without getting crushed. So I'm kind of like I have that base level confidence from just like basically preying on people when I was little.
Dude, I have the preying on people.
That makes sense.
I was standing at the bus stop once, and the older kids were like, "Yo, you got to go beat up Keith Henshaw." And I was like, "I'll fuck him up right now." Walked over, just sucker punched him from behind, and just beat the shit out of this kid.
This is terrifying. For me. I had no idea these henchmen fucking deals were being made.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Keith Henshaw, dude.
And then I got older, and I
Maybe
did
not
that.
like that,
I
but
got older, and I dished out a couple. I Tony Soprano'd a couple hits.
Couple
dude.
fights.
I was ordering people.
That dude's
I made. We were standing there. Will Horvath was standing there. He was a big dog, real big dog. He was quiet, but he was like a Snorlax. He was like a big. If you run into him in the cave, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Flute, you wouldn't saw it.
You
He'll get you.
sicked him on someone?
Well, he was just standing. I was standing on top of there was like a concrete light post.
Yeah,
The
that's where you
base of it,
should be. I know what you're
I was
talking
just
about.
standing on top of the concrete,
Just holding
post. I
court.
was above everyone, and I was, it was literally fucking Horvath was down there, and then Gabe walked by. My one friend Gabe, who we used to pick on, but he's the man. But he was walking by, and I was like, Horvath, fuck him up. And Horvath just grabbed, like, they just started fighting.
I feel like
was
that
beautiful.
That could be like a water, whatchamacallit, like a water
Shed.
painting. What's that called?
Water painting? Renaissance painting?
Yeah, I was thinking like watercolor. Watercolor painting.
Water.
That could be like a watercolor painting of your childhood. Just you standing on a cement light barrier, just like pointing at two other kids to fight
Fight each other.
each other.
But I think it was like, I didn't think they would actually fight. Like I think it was probably me and Jared because he was an instigator to this day.
Yeah.
Where we were like, Horvath, Gabe said he could fuck you up. It was one of those.
It
was like, no, I'll fuck you up. And
well,
then
dude,
fight.
I mean,
Beautiful.
imagine.
Beautiful. And Gabe's a big dog. Gabe was.
He fucked him up.
No, I think Horvath probably gave him the business. We were young. Gabe grew into his body.
Oh, I got you.
Gabe was like he was like a Great Dane puppy. When he was younger,
He
could not. He would fall. He was good at basketball, but he would fall.
Makes sense.
And he was like,
he's a newborn horse.
He was real awkward, but then he grew. He got good at basketball. But like his senior year, he was fucking sick.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out Gabe, dude.
Yeah, I made two nerds fight one time by saying horrible shit.
Django and Chandy. I didn't go to these schools, or I didn't live this life. You guys are like, you got to pick them out, and then like you don't know if they're going to do it or not, but you just send them, and then they do it.
When I was in seventh grade, there was these two nerds, and I was like, they were pretty similar level of nerd, and I like walked up and was like, I think I talked about this before. I just said like to John, I'm like, dude, Chris said, you're a fucking bitch. I just kept doing it back and forth, and like nothing would. It'd be like whatever. And finally, I went to the one guy. I was like, dude, I think John was a peacemaker. Being like, I don't care. I'm not fighting him. And I was like, he said your dad butt fucks your sister, dude, and you watch. And he goes, nobody says that about my dude. And they go up and start. They literally, these two kids had no problem with each other, just because me as a seventh grader was going back and forth purely out of nowhere and saying that each one said horrible shit about the other one, and then just until they fought, and I was like, oh great.
You're guessing the password, just like
that was like some
dad
of my
butt fuck sister.
That was some of my earliest, dude. Some of my earliest ventures out into reality were just kind of like, I wonder if I tell these two guys they're saying horrible shit about each other, and they're like, oh yeah, perfect. They fight.
Yeah, it works.
One of my earliest memories, dude, when I was living in Havertown, I was thinking about this the other day. I remember being a little kid and I threw a rock into the street and it hit a car and someone honking their horn at me and running away, being like, oh shit, I just threw a rock at a car. And I must have been like, I moved out of Havertown when I was 6, so I must have been like 5. One of my first memories is throwing a rock at a car and getting a horn honked at me.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's weird.
You were just out there experiencing life.
I didn't know. I remember just being like, psh, I was like, man. I was like, oh shit, and I ran away.
Dude, you turned out great from a child psychology standpoint. Your first memory is like, like, god damn it. I can't even say it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
We used to do that. That was like the funnest shit in the world. Is especially when it snowed, hitting cars with snowballs.
Snowball's different though because it's not permanent.
You throw some
rock
rocks.
Is like fuck
some
off.
rocks in there.
Dude, when we were little, we used to get
rocks in the snow.
We used to go.
That's diabolical.
We used to go mini golfing on the side of
what?
Throwing snowballs at cars?
No, putting rocks in your snowballs during a fight. I would do that every time.
That's a dirty trick.
I'd throw it and feel guilty. Yeah.
That's a dirty fucking
Well, my house, instead of mulch growing up, had rocks.
Yeah.
So I'd always throw rocks. We had rock fights.
We used to take...
We had the best game we played was me and my friends would hide. We had a big rock in the front yard, and we would hide behind it, and my sister would throw rocks at us.
That's funny.
It was a fun game.
Me and my cousin used to have we used to have mud fights. We
also had a game where my cousin Casey would float in an inner tube in the creek, and we would play basically bocce ball with rocks. See who could get closest to her.
That's fun.
And it would always just end up someone hitting her with a fucking boulder. These were big rocks. These were like...
Yeah,
throw them and try to get a big splash, but then you
she tried to dodge them while she's
going?
No,
she would just float.
Oh my god.
Also, another game we used to play was called Prehistoric Sheep, where she would pretend to be she was older than us and would just beat the shit out of me and my cousin Patrick. That was the game.
Hilarious.
Why was it called Prehistoric Sheep?
I don't know. That was a character her weird ass made up, where she would run on all fours
and just fuck you guys up.
She was like a freak athlete.
What the?
I bet that was kind of fun when she was coming at you. Though.
It was scary.
She was the prehistoric sheep.
She was the prehistoric sheep.
What were you guys?
We were just
getting
Shane and Patrick.
Run.
Shane and alt-right Pat running around. Yeah, she would fuck us up.
No wonder he hates women, dude. His earliest memory is just some
just
lady
his
on the
cousin
bar,
beating the
his
shit
bear
out of
running,
us.
fucking him up.
She was like freak athlete.
Yeah, apparently.
She was like Westchester's all-time goal scorer. She was like a D2 All-American in soccer for like
Jesus
3
Christ.
years, dude. Monster. She was running
hilarious.
around beating up old alt-right Pat.
Yeah, girls used to beat the fuck out of dudes. Like 5th, 6th grade, there was like, if a dude lost a fight to a girl, that happened often. That was
Never
like,
saw it.
whoa.
5th grade, I learned how to spear. Like the Goldberg spear. Took it out on some
Yeah, you
ladies.
fucked up.
Started
You
spearing
fucked your
some bitches.
sisters up.
Oh, they found out.
I remember this girl named Tasia beat the fuck out of the principal.
What?
What school? Wait, what type of school did you go to?
Public.
public.
Obviously.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a girl named Tasia.
Yeah.
White chick?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Ruski?
Nice Jewish family.
She's Russian.
No, it was, there was like 3 black families in our community, so like.
Well, I thought you said she's Jewish.
Yeah, I was making a joke. Shane was insinuating of like Tasia. Yeah.
Tasia.
No, she. I don't know. Something happened. We had a lady vice principal who came out to the bus waiting area one day, and something happened. And then I remember turning around just seeing a hand come up. And
Tasia.
Yeah, Tasia landed on the side of that lady's head. Fucking.
Tasia fucked her up.
Just down. Yeah, she was in a pantsuit getting fucked up, dude.
Beat up by
She dressed for
kids.
business, and she fucking.
Oh my god, those are always like the harshest videos to watch. On like
Teachers-
teachers getting knocked out by black kids in schools is like it's so fucking
Dude.
brutal. Dude.
It's so funny.
Everybody had no idea what to do. It was just like, what the fuck, dude? The
Yeah,
bus
it's
driver
tough.
didn't know
I always
anything
wondered
the
about
bus.
that. If I had to teach and like I was in a real bad school, I would be
was a
ready.
really
I'd
good
be
school.
ready
Nice.
for a fight. I'm not saying your school is
There's
bad.
some
but I'm
videos
talking
of-
about the teachers where the teachers get knocked out by students. It's like usually it take place in fucked up schools.
Those are
Yeah.
tough.
There's
It's
some
like,
videos of I watched one the
I
other day.
fantasize about like, dude, I dare some
fantasize
fucking
about
idiot try to
these
fuck
black
me up,
kids.
dude.
Yeah,
No,
but,
there's anyone, dude.
About slipping
Anyone
the
trying
punch,
to get
dude,
me
about
like that.
slipping and coming back, dude. Yeah.
There's one video now I just saw of a teacher body slamming a student through like a desk. Like the kid runs up to him and he fucking gets him and knocks
imagine-
him out with a fucking slam.
Imagine
Yeah.
how long he's been waiting to do that.
Oh, that kid was probably such a dickhead the whole school the whole school year. The guy's up there trying to write something on the board. The kid's like,
He's throwing shit.
dude, the
Mr.
double
Gilbertson's a
hand fart.
bitch. He's like, just writing on the charge. It's like, come on, guys. Come on,
I
settle
mean,
down.
dude, that's tough.
Yeah, one day, dude, he's like, I'm going to fucking powerbomb you, dude.
I'd snap. I'd fucking snap, dude.
They'd get in your guard.
I'd freak out. After I'd be like, oh, okay. The third day of like pussy, faggot, I'd fucking snap, dude.
You never hear
I'm
about
gonna
that,
fucking
though.
put fuck
Yeah,
you
no,
guys.
you do. There's videos of teachers, like white teachers, like white ladies coming into classes. They're so fucking funny. Because the
Really?
way the kids
I
are
haven't seen any
laughing
of
at
these.
him is like, like while these teachers like, this is why you don't have a fucking future. You don't show respect to me, you black asshole. And they're
Who
like,
says?
oh.
Who says that?
No, there's videos of teachers like dropping the N word.
Like they totally lose
Full
it.
losing their fucking mind. It's
Man, you
so
gotta
funny.
walk away, dude.
And the black
Damn.
kids are just dying laughing.
Oh, you know how funny
Oh
that is?
my god, making a teacher cry.
Exactly.
It's as
Yeah.
funny as it gets. We're full circle now.
Yeah, but it's probably we are. But it's also imagine making your teacher yell slurs is the thing better
That's-
than making your
I
teacher.
mean, we never
yell-
understood
Seventh
that.
grade?
Yeah, if you were a black kid and you had the power to force someone to lose their job,
And if slurring,
yes,
oh
that's
my
the best
god,
shit in the
dude,
world.
that's just endless high fives.
Yeah.
I would laugh forever. Oh my god!
And also imagine-
don't break down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also imagine having the knowledge that your dad's probably not going to fuck you up after school. That just opens the day of school to just full fuckery.
Yeah, that's
I always had that
that's
in the
the
back
only
of my
thing that
mind.
kept
It's
me in
like
check, dude.
if I get a pink slip today,
Yep.
I'm getting fucked up.
exactly.
So like if a teacher did something, I remember I got like suspended. and I'd like start to cry. I'm like, my dad's gonna hit me. Don't. And like, well, you should have thought about that.